Hello, Tori Frost here, back again for a Thegrea deck profile update, the first deck profile and update in 2023. So, with set 7 just coming out like a week or two ago, wanted to give you an update of Thegrea with some of the cards I have. Haven't really tested it yet, but this is, I figured when I learn it more, when I can kind of figure out some of the ratios and some of the cards I know work better, I can do a third update later on, you know. But we're starting off with the ride line with, of course, the grade 3 light Thegrea, with the grade 0, the 1, and the 2. All of these 3 come in the same set, so they're very easy to come by as long as you can pull one of each. I was lucky enough to get all 3 from a friend of mine, WoodlandDox. I will put a link in the description. Then we're going to start off with the grade 3s in the deck. We are starting off strong with 2 more of the light Thegrea. I used to have, so 3 total for the deck. 1 in the ride line, 2 in the main deck. I used to have 3 in the main deck, but I cut it down a little bit. Then I have 4 of the dark Thegrea because we are going more into the dark Thegrea line. Kind of pushing more for that dark paladin kind of feel in the deck. Then I took out one of the light Thegreas, and I put in 2 Silent Sorrow Dragons. And its effect says, while in rear guard, if your other rear guard was retired by your card's ability this turn, this unit gets plus 10k. So there was a grade 1, I believe, a Knight of Animosity, if I can say it, Animosity, that basically had the same effect, but only plus 5k, and this is quite a bit stronger. I thought I could put it on the front line, just have a gigantic power force on the front line whenever I use Dark Thegrea's effect to retire a few regards and stand back up. This way, it'll be Silent Sorrow will be at 23 if I don't have anything in the back row. But that's the grade 3s. On to the grade 2, starting off with another new card, if I had it in the right order. Starting off with another new card, if I can get this correct. We got 4 copies of Divine Sister Languet de Chat. I butchered the name, I'm sorry about that. But her effect is, if you have a grade 3 or greater card in your soul, this unit gets boost and plus 5,000. So this card, a great card to put behind the Silent Sorrow Dragon over here, because so long as you have Light Thegrea or Dark Thegrea in your soul, that's a plus 1,500 boost on top of the like 13 to 2,300 right here. So it's pretty much just in there because of the boost. Then I have 3 copies of Arthen. It was pretty hard for me to try and decide what to take out. I took out 1 Arthen. Then I have 4 Blaster Blade. I love Blaster Blade. And I have 4 Maples. Maple works tremendously in this deck. I have more grade 2s in this deck than anything else, not including triggers or grade 0s. That's because the grade 2s do so much for this deck. With Arthen, as long as he's on the field, your opponent can't target anything other than Arthen. With Blaster Blade, when he's brought out, you can retire one of your opponent's rear guards. Maple, you can bring her out when you go into a grade 3. Like, this deck is just... The grade 2s are great in this deck. But we are going to go to the grade 1s now. And similarly, we are starting off with a new one. 3 copies of Wayward Therapy Angel. Therapy Angel's effect is, this card cannot be written and cannot be normal called from the hand. When this card is discarded from your hand during your turn, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you can Soul Blast one, and call it to the back row rear guard. So whenever you go into your ride line, right, whenever you ride to that first one, you can discard it for cost and bring her out. Whenever you have an effect that requires you to discard while you have a grade 3, any grade 3 on the Vanguard circle, you can color the rear guard from your hand, right? Then the only other grade 1 I have are 4 copies of the Life-Saving Angel Kurabiel, which is RPG. Then for the triggers, we got, of course, our over trigger, our OT. We got 4 critical, 4 draws, 4 heals, and 3 fronts. With this being more focused on the dark Thegrea, I thought having less fronts wouldn't be that big of a deal. If I can, I want to get more critical triggers for this deck, because I believe that critical triggers would be more beneficial for this deck, just trying to apply pressure. But either way, these are the over triggers. Sorry, over triggers? The triggers. These are the triggers, not just the over trigger. All of them. But that's the update. Not much different. Less grade 1s, more grade 2s, really. But I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay frosty, my friends.